So, thanks for joining my live video. Welcome. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. Can even use makeup. No, I don't want to use. Okay. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining my live section. This curtain not block my rays of light. Oh. Anyway, this one not the work. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. We're just gonna leave it this way. We're still waiting for more people to join. Thank you for joining my live section today. So, okay, we're about to start. Okay. Okay. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. We're starting soon. Just waiting for people to join. Aber du musst nicht anfassen. You don't have to touch anything. Don't touch anything. Oh, go and watch your cartoon. Oh. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. Oh yeah. Hi Charles. 1 minute, guys. Yeah. Come. It's very quiet. Come. Yeah, sort it out. Hi guys, welcome to my live section. So today, one moment. You, oh, sorry. So, hello again, everyone. Welcome to my live section. Yeah, we'll be discussing about a lot of things today. Like, you just arrived in Germany. What do you do first? And I'll be giving you like a 30 days guide for international students when you arrive in Germany. Hi TK, hi Kamal, thanks for joining. So if you're watching this and you have just arrived in Germany as a student, or you're preparing to come to Germany, then I want you to stay with me because we are going to pretend like you have just landed at the airport and you left Nigeria, you've gone through the airport, you've collected your luggage, and you finally arrived at your accommodation, and you're probably very excited. So, before I start to bore you with a lot of the stuff I have in stock for you guys, so the first thing on your mind would be, what do I do now, and what am I supposed to do? Where do I get a SIM card? How do I get internet? And please, guys, just ignore the noise in the background. There's noise from our babies, and yeah. But whether they like it or not, we are going to do this live section because as far as I'm concerned, I've been making a lot of excuses. Let me show you guys my face. So I've been making a lot of excuses with the baby thing, and okay, maybe that's why I haven't been so active on my YouTube channel. And I thought, no, I'm going to stop making excuses. I'm just going to go live and just do the discussion and just give you guys the information I have, regardless, because I've been finding motherhood, of course, and I've been finding it pretty like I barely have time to go online without the background noises, and I decide no, I'm going to stop making excuses for myself, and I'm just going to do it anyway. And yeah, the informations will be out, and you guys can just pick up the information by yourself. So let's get started. And so I'm going to explain what each thing actually means and what is involved in the whole procedures and how you should navigate your first 30 days in Germany. Oh, because I my chats. I'm going to give you guys information. I'm going to show you where to look, but you should always check the current information for your own city because information varies according to cities. And of course, different universities, different informations as well. So, if you're watching, thanks for joining. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, let's get started. Get your notebooks and let me just walk you through the whole process. So the first thing that will come in your mind when you come to Germany is when you arrive, of course, is your phone, because you need your SIM card, you need the internet, you need to be able to communicate with people, of course. So one of the first things you're going to realize is that your phone is basically your survivor tool. And you need your phone for almost everything. You need it to communicate with your university. You need it to contact landlords. You need it to navigate. You need it for WhatsApp, receiving banking codes, booking appointments, translating something, because definitely, as you all already know, the first language in Germany is Deutsch. That's German. So you might need to translate some informations, and maybe you also need it for navigation, because maybe you get missing somewhere and you obviously need your Google Maps and your mobile data and a lot of things. So if you already have a Nigeria SIM card, don't throw it away immediately, because I know a lot of you will be like, oh, I'm already in Germany, I might not need my old SIM card. But wait a minute, I think you would need it, because for online banking, for example, if you have an account in Nigeria, you might need it to receive your online banking OTP codes to make transactions on the long run. And you might also need your WhatsApp connected for the meantime, because you would still need your old number to communicate with people. If you take, for instance, that if you arrive at the airport or in a new apartment, there might be available Wi-Fi, and you can just connect to the Wi-Fi and still use your old WhatsApp number to talk to people in Germany and make keep contacts and stuff like that. So there are two ways about going about SIM card. You can use a prepaid SIM card, and when you want to buy SIM card in Germany, you can either use the prepaid one, or you can go with the normal purchased SIMs also, because if you go, okay, the thing is, you can either buy a normal SIM card at the market, at this whatever supermarket or so, just for temporary use, like a prepaid one, or you go for a contract SIM. And the contract SIMs takes like I would say, depending on what is stated on the plan. So if you're going for a contract of 1 year or 2 years, but since you're just arriving, I would just say hold on a minute, just keep using your prepaid SIM card until you settle down, and then you can dive into a contract SIM card. So with prepaid, you put money on the SIM and use the service according to the plan you've purchased. For someone who has literally just arrived, prepaid would be convenient, because you're not immediately committing yourself to a long-term contract. You can buy it, activate it, and use it. And then later, when you're settled, you can decide which kind of phone contract you actually want. Then you have contracts SIM card. If you want to opt for the contract SIM card, a contract can give you like a monthly data, calls, and other services. But please, it's better not to sign a contract. I won't advise you to sign a contract when you just arrive. I would just look at the big numbers written on the advertisement and everything. I would preferably go for a prepaid one when you just arrive, and then later when you can check out the contracts. And yeah, you can compare the different contracts together. Different contract of different SIMs. We have of course, telecom, Win SIM, and everything. Oh, sorry guys, I'm supposed to be showing you guys some things on this on the screen. So welcome. I guess I'm just a little bit all over the place. So this was not much of a good idea too. But yeah, we should be fine. Just want to show you guys some SIM cards, prepaid SIM cards. Babe. Prepaid SIM cards in Germany. So there you have it. My own situation, when I arrived, the prepaid SIM card I actually used was Leica Mobile. So obviously there are different type of prepaid SIM cards here, but I used Leica when I came. Let me even check let me show you guys the one I used when I came to Germany first. Oh my god, sorry guys, ignore the speed of my typing. I'm with my baby. So like a SIM card, where are you guys? Yeah, but you can decide on whatever SIM cards you want also, so that shouldn't be any problem. So you can either go for any of the ones you want to use for the meantime, and then change it afterwards. So And if you want, when you're ready to go for the prepaid one, before you sign a contract, don't just look at the big number written on the advertisement. I would prefer when you look at the small print, how long the contract would be, how much you're paying every month. Is there an introductory price? Does the price change later? Because you can actually you can actually sign a contract, and they might tell you, okay, monthly you'll be paying €5.99, and then after 2 years the price might actually increase. So you can always keep your number when the price increase, and you can always switch to another contract, if you don't want to go with the increased price after 2 years. And another thing is, does the price change? What happens if you want to cancel? Is there an activation fee? How much data are you actually getting? Because if you're signing a contract, you need to know how much data you'll be getting, and you need to know if you would have unlimited access to calls, or if you can call as many numbers as possible. But in most cases, I know you can always call as many numbers as possible. As far as the German number, it's included in your contract. So if you're signing a contract afterwards, you should go for the one obviously that will give you data, internet access, and calls, so you can make as many calls as possible. And there's also some prepaid SIM. Some contracts are, let me say, Telecom also offer the same. Telecom, Vodafone, O2, those are some contract SIM card. This one I showed here are prepaid SIM card. And when you're going for the contract ones, you can go for Telecom, for example. Telecom, they always have some contracts available. Telecom, or you go for Vodafone, or you go for O2. Because these are major providers in Germany, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the best for everyone, because everyone and their choices are different, of course, and you would always need to choose which one you prefer, because what works for somebody living in one city may not necessarily be the best option for somebody living somewhere else. So check the network coverage where you can actually live and study, and figure out which network works best in that region, and what you would prefer. And now another thing, don't forget about home internet. Your phone data and your home internet are two different things, because you might have mobile data on your phone, but when you move into an apartment, you may also want Wi-Fi, because you can actually use your mobile data when you are outside of the house, and you can use your Wi-Fi when you're inside of the house. So you have unlimited internet access. And this is where you need to be careful, because if you sign up for home internet, you need to also ask, does the apartment already have internet connection? Does the landlord know which connection is available? Is there already a router? Is internet included in the rent? Like the payment for internet, is it included in the rent? Or do I need to arrange it myself? Because you don't want to arrive and sign a 2-year contract and then discover that you don't even need the particular service. So that's number one on our checklist: SIM card and mobile internet. If you already have that, take it off. Yeah, where is the picture I was even showing you guys? Okay, so since that's the number one thing on our checklist, so that's something you should consider if you want to, before you sign any SIM card, and before you buy any SIM card for data or whatever, and internet, you need to consider if there's Wi-Fi in the apartment you'll be living. Because if there's Wi-Fi in the apartment you'll be living, you might just be lucky enough and you might not even need to buy a SIM card yet. You might just go directly for the contract you want to sign. So yeah, welcome to today's section. If you're just joining, thanks for joining. And yeah, today we are checking out what you need to do first in the first 30 days when you arrive in Germany. So we already discussed about the first thing, which is your SIM card and your internet. Thanks for joining. So let's move to the number 2. The second one would be, how are you going to move around in Germany? How would you be moving around in Germany? So if you're coming from Nigeria, German transportation system may take you a little bit of time to understand, for real, because you will hear people saying ICE, RE, RB, S-Bahn, U-Bahn, and you're just standing there thinking like, what are these people talking about? Don't worry, let me break it down for you. IC is just the Intercity Express, and it's one of the fastest for long distance train, like long distance and trips. ICE, let me show you what their website look like. What am I loading here? No, I'm not doing any telecom at the moment. Nope. Sorry guys, just want to show you guys what ICE look like. Sorry, I'm using one hand to type and one hand for my baby, so you have to bear with me. Might be slow with it, but we would be fine. ICE. Intercity Express. Yep, that's it. Intercity Express. So, man, I don't like this reflection that is showing on that camera. Let me try and see if it will be better without the lightning. Yes. Just trying to see if it will be better without the lightning. Okay, I think it's better without lightning, yeah. This is better actually. Because all those window lightning, I'm just wondering what's happening, what do I do? So this is better, okay? So when